Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Inspire Radio podcast. My name is Russ Warren. I'm an author, speaker, and online coach, and the goal of this podcast is to encourage you to live an inspired life. We need more people to live inspired. We have enough uninspired people out there. We want to live an inspired life, to make a difference, to personally grow in every area of life. What's happening? Hey, this morning I got the chance to go speak to my alma mater high school football team, and I shared a message with them about avoiding average and staying away from average living. And I thought, hey, I'm going to do a podcast this morning. I might as well share some of that valuable information. And so here's what I want to tell you today. You ready? We're all born average. You were born average. Most of us had an average birth in an average hospital with average doctors, and we had average health, right? Some people may have been a little bit below. Some people may have been a little bit above. But you were average. And most people, through the course of their life, they tend to stay average. They have average childhoods. They have average parents. They have average work ethic. They go to average schools. They have average friends. They have average dating relationships. They have average grades. They have average athletic ability. They are on average athletic teams. They give average service to others. They go to average colleges. They continue to have average grades. They meet an average guy or girl. They have an average wedding. They have an average marriage. They have average kids, and they raise those kids to be average. And then something crazy happens. Those kids grow up to do the same thing, and the cycle of average continues, right? And so here's what I want to tell you. A.W. Tozer said, refuse to be average. Let your heart soar as high as it will. Jeremiah 1:5 in the Amplified Version, let me tell you what it says. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew and approved of you as my chosen instrument. And before you were born, I separated and set you apart. You were set apart. You weren't made to be average. You were made for greatness. Quit settling in every area of your life. Dr. Robert Schuller said, the hardest struggle of all is to be something different from what the average man is. Whoo! The hardest struggle of all is to be something different from what the average man is, because of what I call the force of average, which I've talked about before. Everything in the world wants to keep you average, because when you soar to greater heights, when you soar to new levels, when you soar to greatness, the world and all the average people in the world look worse. However, when you do that, you sort of help raise the standard, right? You raise the average level. It comes up a notch, and that's why people want you to come back down to where they are, so you stay on their average level. And so here's what I want to leave you with today. Listen, it's not your fault that you were born average. You didn't have a choice in that matter. You were born average, right? But it is your fault if you stay average. And so today when I spoke to these young men, high school young men, I told them that, there's a lot of things in their life they can't control, and I'll save that for another episode here. But the reality is, it's not their fault where they came from, right? It's not their fault how they were raised. It's not their fault that they were born average. But if they choose to stay where they are, it is their fault. And they'll get to be the age of 100, sitting on their rocking chair in the backyard, and have tremendous regret if they stayed average, right? If you were born average, well, join the boat. Everybody was. But if you stay average, that's on you. That's on you. make better choices, make greatness your goal, and stop settling for less. Done.